So this is going to be part two of Claressa Shields and the live that she went on, where she calls out Alycia Baumgardner for defaming her, MVP Promotions for defaming her, when she literally went online doing what she's accusing others to do. Let's continue.
Yeah, so beautiful, so lovely. People, I'd like to welcome to you.
Talking about some she want to fight on the undercards of my fights. She want to do some stuff with us, collaborating together. She see I'm really winning up over here, really making money up over here. And now you want to go behind your team's back, MVP, and you want to sign with Salida Promotions. You want to sign with Win Records. You want to collab. But you got the nerve to say out your mouth that I'm jealous of you. She wants everything that I have. Everything that I have.
So I looked it up, and MVP Promotions definitely has more financial backing than Salida Promotions. So again, I go back to ask, why would Alycia Baumgardner want to leave that situation unless it's due to the people who own MVP Promotions? That'd be the only reason why I would think that she would leave the more financial backing versus going to the less or trying to get under your umbrella. Right? I wouldn't see a reason other than that. So if she's in a comfortable spot where she knows that she's going to have the promotional backing, where there's funding for that, where she's going to be in better arenas, right? A livelier crowd, right? It doesn't look so dead and dark in the back. What would be the benefit of going over to be where you are? So you go back to talk about this $8 million contract that you had signed, right? But are you the only person that's over there to where they're just putting all their money on you in hopes that you continue to bring out a crowd, you continue to recruit people to come onto Salida Promotions and onto Win Records? Is that the hope? Because I'm going to say this, right? If that is the case, right, based on how you're conducting yourself right now, who do you think is going to want to be under the same umbrella as you? What other boxers, other than the person that you're currently accusing, wanting to be there and sneaking behind her team's back to want to get to where you are? Please, who else? Who else is dying to be over there with you?
Period. And I have to put this stuff out there because, girl, really been getting on my nerves. And then MVP want to pay people to lie, trying to persuade y'all that I'm suspended from boxing. How you gonna suspend the queen from boxing? I am boxing. I am with.
I know that you might have a difficult time reading and comprehending, but I promise you, I don't think anybody says you were suspended from boxing. You were suspended from going to any MVP promotion events. What part of that? Like, when you sit at home with your own thoughts, right? Do you start really thinking of things in your mind, or do you start thinking of this is what you think people are thinking and coming up with your own narrative on how, on how this is really looking and going? You have several people who talk about you, right? Because you keep coming out here doing outrageous things. So you make us want to talk about the ridiculousness that you're doing. So you're providing the content, right? But in the same sense, is like, dang, you don't ever pause to sit here and think, I might be making this up, and still no accountability. No one's getting paid unless there's people who are truly out there getting paid, but no one's getting paid to talk about the foolery that you're doing. We all see it. You're not hiding the ridiculousness of your behavior. We all see it. You give us topics to talk about. You give us the reason to get on the platform and say, listen, we're going to talk about her. If you would stop doing ridiculous things, I promise you people won't have that much to talk about. And if you talk about, yeah, people don't get views without your name, I have to admit that's the truth. That's the truth. But people do want to hear the opinions of others when it comes down to, because we think that you have potential to be the greatest, but how you gloat about yourself, how you conduct yourself, how you view others, and your morals are just not aligning to what you're claiming that you are, yeah, we're looking at you sideways.
I am women's boxing. I'll be having a fight announcement very soon. Very soon. And nobody on that roster of 30 girls who they won't pay over 10, 15K, 20K for a damn fight. None of them girls on that roster can beat me. That's why their fighters are not happy. And I'm going to stay my black ass right where I'm at with Salida Promotions.
So are they not happy because they can't beat you, or they're not happy because of what they're getting paid? Because clearly it's just not boxing, because Ronda Rousey she just fought, and I think that she got paid $2 million for that fight. So what's the issue? And I want to say that when I was watching something else, when it came down to all the fighters that night, that no one got less than $10,000. So I'm going to only assume that your payment is based on either your credentials or what you have already achieved, right? And who's going to bring in the crowd, who's coming to watch the main event, because that's the selling point, right? Who's going to be a part of the main event? So I think that plays a part into how much someone makes. At least I would think so. Please correct me down in the comment section if I'm wrong.
Promotions and with Win Records. Look at her right now. Who is the woman who signed the most lucrative fight deal in women's boxing? Claressa Shields. $3 million signing bonus. In a deal that's going to pay me $8 million minimum. And so now I'm going to let MVP know this. Y'all keep trying to pay people and pay blogs and pay y'all little paid hate campaign. Y'all going to receive more paperwork, and y'all know I'll do it.
If you're going to send paperwork on this paid hate train, right? Do you know who are the people they have paid to do this? Are you accusing them of doing something that you don't have proof of? Or are you noticing all the backlash that you're getting based on your behavior and assuming, because they had put a statement out saying that you are no longer invited to any of their events, the reason why bloggers talk about you is because of them? So we're not going to take any responsibility that we get online, we say outlandish things, and then people talk about it. No responsibility on you. You're the victim in this situation where you've done nothing, you've said nothing, and now everybody's attacking you for no reason because you are achieved, you're big, black, and beautiful, and you have money. Clarissa, you're not Beyonce out here, right? You're not even Remy out here. For all this money that you claim to have, you definitely don't walk in in the way a person with money would, right? Do you think that Beyonce goes around talking about how much money she holds? We know she's a billionaire, right? But does she have to tell everybody every 5 minutes? You're not the dopest thing breathing. Say it with me. You are not the dopest thing breathing. So please check yourself. Humble yourself. Hush. If you are blessed, you are blessed. Hold that. Be grateful. Show some gratitude. And be quiet.
For defamation of character, you and Alycia, both of y'all. Both of y'all. But you know what? I really don't like to be no police ass chick. But if y'all keep pressing my buttons and keep on lying on me, it's going to get real nasty. So once again, for all the casuals, because that's what...
So when you say that it's going to get real nasty, Are you threatening? Are you threatening on live with 1,000 people? What do you mean by that? Please elaborate. If you feel like people are defaming you, right, in any shape or form, do what you need to do, right? But I would suggest that you close your mouth and not do the same to them, because the same lawsuit that you can file against them, they can definitely file against you. I'm not sure that you're aware, and I'm not sure that your team is letting you know that that could possibly happen to you too, Clarissa. As a matter of fact, I think that's what's going to happen. And the fact that you went on live to do this, and then took you took what Adrian Broner said about Alycia and broadcasted it as if it was true, as if that man is a reliable source to defame her. That was genius.
Because that's what MVP has. Like, they don't have, like, real hardcore boxing fans. They have casuals. So to the casuals, MVP is a promotion. They are not the entire boxing. They cannot suspend me from boxing. They can't suspend anyone from boxing. Actually, can't suspend nobody from boxing. All they can do is say, hey, you're suspended from coming to our events until further notice. I'm still going to announce my next fight. I'm signed to Salida Promotions. And just for those who think that it's only a few promotions that exist, I want to give you some names. I want to name off a few. Jesus. Oh, shit. It's more than what I thought. But I'm just going to stay on America, I guess. Major Global Boxing Promotions. Top Rank Promotions. Matchroom Boxing Promotions. Golden Boy Promotions. Salida Promotions. Premier Boxing Champions Promotions. Queensberry Promotions. Boxer Promotions. K2 Promotions. Pro Bellum Promotions. Warriors Boxing Promotions. Main events. DeBella Entertainment. Mayweather Promotions. Star Boxing. Don King Productions. Then they got a whole bunch of other ones. Is MVP even on here? Oh, they ain't put y'all as a major boxing global company. Up on here. But yeah, we gonna say MVP. So out of all them, y'all saying that I'm banned from just going to this one event, still can go to the other ones. Still can fight on the other ones. Not suspended from boxing. Not suspended from boxing. Flat out. Not suspended from boxing. All these damn casuals don't know nothing about nothing. It is ridiculous how y'all can get so easily persuaded. People celebrating, oh yeah, she's finally banned. She's banned from boxing. Yes.
Dear God, who is easily persuaded? I could only speak for myself, right? There's nothing that anybody can sit here and tell me about anybody that I don't like or I see moving in a way that isn't professional. I was just having a conversation with my sister. We were talking about Cheyenne Bryant, for instance, right? I do want to talk about her, but whatever. I may look at videos, I may see the research of others, and I could easily, okay, well, let me just base it off of what they said and say that it's true or take their information. No. What I'm personally going to do is I'm going to do my own research on this individual, formulate my own thought. I can still have discussions with people of, what I might think, but I'm going to formulate my own thought based on the information that I find, and then I will base my opinion on that. So when it comes down to you, nobody can sit here and tell me that you are X, Y, and Z without me seeing it for myself. So if you come across this video, let me just share a few thoughts on how I see you. I think that you're very unprofessional. You may have a profession in boxing. You may have been a professional in boxing for over 10 years or whatever have you. Cool. But doing what you're doing right now, getting on live and gloating, downgrading, dismissing your actions, you continue to want to put yourself above others. When people say, oh, she's a girl's girl, no, she's not. Listen, I don't have to like a woman just because of who she is, whatever. I have to like her, right? But if I know anything about her, or if I heard anything about her, I am not going to get up here and sit here and talk about a person that I used to call friend because you were hugged upon, Alycia. And I think that's what you do. You love bomb folks, and then if they're getting any form of highlight, they're getting any form, the spotlight is on them for the moment. You tend to get bratty, throw a tantrum, and it's like, look at me. I'm the dopest. I'm the realest. I'm this. And you don't see that in yourself. Again, I understand banter. I understand saying that you are the best, because if you don't think you're the best, who else is going to? I get all of that. But the way you present yourself is arrogance over confidence. It's like you're trying to convince yourself that you're all of these things. We're not easily persuaded, baby. We see you. We see you for who you are. No one has to tell us anything. You're doing it for us. And the fact that you have a partner that you are defending to the death of you is not telling you, hey, you need to preserve your brand and just learn how to be quiet. And this is what makes me further think that he's here for the ride, because he's standing by it. When he saw you walk up to Alycia, for one, y'all should never walked in that space, in her space. He should have been like, yo, we're not doing this. You're not giving people more to talk about. Let's go. I understand that you're mad. I understand that you're annoyed with whatever she said. I get it. We don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You know what our love is. You know what our love is. So let's go. Let's not give them more to talk about. He stood there. He couldn't even pull you out. Not that he tried to. He put his hand right by your waist or your stomach to pull you back. What was that going to do? Unless it's a part of his master plan. Like, listen, I'm going to let her keep jacking herself up, and then, I'm going to find my way to get out of here. Because if she keeps doing this, then I can say, listen, I can't keep being around a person who can't control themselves. I'm going to go with that. I think that's why he's doing that.
Yeah. Dummies. And I hope y'all know that I'm just as petty. So when it come down to all these people who shared a big ass picture of me with the word banned across it, just know y'all will be getting a letter too, because you need to put the whole damn thing. And it's always something about men hating on African American women. Golly. How is y'all talking about some MVP? How are two men the face of an all women's promotions? I know the name Jake Paul and Nikisa Badarian. What are the females' names that's fighting? Who are all these girls? Y'all keep posting this beautiful picture of all these girls. How come we only know 3 of the girls' names? What's the rest of the 30 girls' names? Put the same energy y'all put in trolling me. And trolling me. Put that into building these girls' brands.
I don't know. Listen, I'm going to say this first. When it comes down to racism and colorism, I'm going to be the first person to sit here and stand up for what is right. If I see it and recognize it, I'm going to speak on it. Why do you keep using that as that is the reason why people speak against you? From what I understand, right, in this particular situation, you slapped another woman who identifies as Black. Now, she is mixed with Korean, I would like to say, maybe Japanese, but 2 different Asian descents and German. And her father is African American, but she identifies as Black. What are we missing? You keep pinning yourself against other Black women, and you feel like your defense is people are trying to take something away from you because you are dark skinned. Well, my dear, I am a dark skinned woman. You and I about what in complexion, maybe a pinch lighter than me. So since I might be slightly darker than you, let me be the one to tell you. In this scenario, your skin tone has nothing to do with your behavior. You took your black ass over there to talk to her, to tell her not to talk about your relationship. She can have whatever opinion she wants to have of you and Papoose. She can, right? Could it bother you? Sure. But at some point, you got to have some couth in your professionalism to where you're like, you know what? She's not even worth my time. You went over there, slapped her, and you're sitting here acting as if you didn't do nothing, acting as if people are not saying things because you actually did something. And you keep putting out that you're not banned from boxing. Heifer, no one said that you were. But you want to victimize yourself. So as most of us black women want to do, we want to empower ourselves, right? You keep wanting to victimize yourself. In this situation, colorism nor racism was a thing. Stop taking something that truly affects our community and weaponizing it against your foolery.
Who y'all have signed. How about that? Put that money into that instead of putting a paid campaign to me. Oh, how can we take down Claressa Shields? How can we take down Claressa Shields? What else can we do? How can we get in the way of her success? How can we slow her train down? What can we do? I'm like, what? It's nothing y'all can do. Just focus on y'all promotions and y'all girls.
See, I could probably rock with this statement if you were doing anything. I haven't seen you do anything since that Franchon fight, right? You have literally been doing nothing but eating. You haven't done anything that would make us believe, oh, she out here doing big things. We don't. None of us think that. You fought Franchon, won. Congrats. Then you celebrated your birthday. Happy birthday. You did a photo shoot for your boyfriend's girlfriend's makeup launch that probably has no revenue coming in. And what else? What else is going to pause to sit here and have people say, oh, damn, Clarissa's doing it big over there. Oh, you bought yourself a car. You created debt. Did you pay for it outright? Or did you lease it? Any of us can do that. So what? Who's envious? Who's trying to take you down? Mind you, again, Jake Paul alone, his net worth is between $100 to $200 million. Girl, please. And I said it out the gate, I am not a Jake Paul fan, right? He's an annoyance. But dude clearly is doing something that got him to this level. That child started off with foolery, carrying on, being an obnoxious little boy to where he is now. He's doing, clearly, business-wise, he got his head on straight. And I do believe that what he does too, he might antagonize to get people out to watch, right? You know, to get a reaction out of people so people can tune in. But you literally sit at home. Well, you go to restaurants. You leave your space to go chase after your man, right? And that's it. You're not doing nothing that I guess the average individual wouldn't do on their spare time. Like, please.
One girl on that roster that can beat me in a fight. Not one. I'd be mad too. Who the hell I got over there that can sell tickets? Talk about that. Which one of y'all female fighters can sell tickets for real? Except Amanda Serrano fighting against Katie. Yeah, maybe Amanda Serrano, she sell tickets. I can give it to her. But anybody else, no. Baumgardner didn't even fight at the damn, what's the name of that damn place called? At the Hulu Theater. She fought at the Infosi Theater.
I need you to understand, right? After all of this, between the beef between you and her, and how people are viewing her now, right? And they see her grace. They see that she is not out here saying the most. She's not going live. She's not posting about you. She put a statement out and then she left it alone. She was out with her girlfriends just the other day, taking beautiful pictures and living her life. You're trying to tell me that a person who doesn't stay in shape all year round, right? Pretty to look at. She might talk trash. She might be, confident. She does that, they're talking trash like the rest of you boxers do. You think people are not going to pay to see her, especially after this? You think that you doing this is not going to fuel her? Do you think that after this, you don't think that that MVP is going to put money into her to make you look crazy? That'd be their get back because they have the money to do so. I can't wait. Whoever you're fighting next, oh my God, I'm tuning in. I tuned into the last one. I'm tuning in because I want to see what the crowd looks like. I want to see how the whole atmosphere looks like. What kind of money is Salida putting into the presentation of this fight? And then we're gonna talk, right? Because now you have me. I like watching boxing, right? And I think I said it already that if I in the past watching boxing, I focused more on the men. But my prayer is for these other female boxers is to thrive. And my dream for them too is to completely ignore you. My dream for you is that no one wants to step up to the plate to want to fight you because you're mad unprofessional. That'd be my actual dream. I want you to take up cross stitching. Find something else. I heard that you were doing wrestling. Give that a go. But I want you to know if any of these things happen, it's because of your doing.
In Fozy Theater, because they know damn well she wasn't finna get near 4,000 people to come see her fight. It was supposed to, I think it was a capacity of 2,700 people and only 2,000 people showed up. So just stop. It's levels. It's levels to this. Oh, I like Michaela Mayer up over there. Michaela Mayer. So names that I know up over there: Michaela Mayer, O'Shea Jones, Amanda Serrano, Tammy Tebow, maybe? I'm trying to think who else. Tierra Brown. I think that's it. And now, and now this is my last thing, and I'm finna get up off here because I'm finna go to the studio. MVP, do me a favor. Y'all got all these fighters, right?
What do you plan on doing in the studio? What is it that you're doing? Unless you're going to keep Papoose company, what are you going to do in the studio? Let me be the one to tell you, right? You're not very musically gifted. Your music wasn't doing well, probably won't ever do well, right? Stick to what you're good at, right? I've seen you box. Stick to that. But learn how to keep your mouth closed. Going to make music is not your thing. Your cadence is horrible rapping. And that's not a diss, that is a fact. You're not good at it, right? I love hip hop. But what I know I'm not going to do, I'm not going to sit here and try to go into anybody's booth trying to rap. No, not ever doing that. So you can be an enthusiast. You can love it. If you want to write songs for people, if you think that you're that gifted, but based on the music that you claim that you wrote, you shouldn't do that either. Why are you going? You should be focused on, okay, you're about to announce a fight. Go do something that's going to benefit you for that fight. Get to going now. Go to the damn studio. For what?
Promote them without them promoting themselves off of wanting to fight with me. There you go. MVP. Stop saying Claressa Shields' name. Stop saying the GOAT's name. Stop when y'all pushing y'all fighters and y'all talking about we want to have a super fight with this person and that fighter. Talk about only y'all fighters and y'all thing. Stop mentioning Claressa Shields. Let's see if y'all can do that. If y'all can sell y'all fighters, y'all girls, because every girl who y'all got is always talking about, I want to fight Claressa Shields, building their name off of me. Anytime those girls talk, if they don't mention Claressa Shields, nobody's listening. So, MVP, since I got this whole women's boxing shit figured out, stop saying Claressa Shields. Yes, I'm banned from y'all stuff. Cool. Stop saying Claressa Shields. Stop using my name to try to build up Baumgardner, who's 130, knowing we never gonna fight. Stop using my name to build up speaking about me fighting against Tammy Tebow in the future. Nope. She only got 4 fights. I got 18. No. Build y'all fighters up off of y'all work. Stop using my name. If we can agree to that, you got to deal with me to leave y'all alone. And to stop exposing y'all hand. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm exposing y'all hand. Keep telling y'all, stop playing so much. So I'm going to leave this live up. Why? Because the people and most vindictive parasites have people thinking that I am suspended from boxing when I'm not. So let's get that.
And FYI, when I decided to start recording this part 2, I want to go check to see whether or not this live is up. And it's not. And it's no longer up. Someone told her to go ahead and take that down because, it was dumb to even put up to begin with. But per usual, the internet is forever. So I definitely have an original, version of this because I was in her live watching it and was able to screen record it. So, ma'am, just know that you really got to do better with this. This is sucking for you. And let me ask, for that Tammy Tebow, whoever she's talking about, because I want to say that I've heard this name and float, and someone who either had called her out for a fight. If she's a boxer who's only had 4 fights, is there an issue for a person to be early on in their career to fight someone who is seasoned? I don't know. Because I would think it'd be okay if she's calling you for a fight. What would be the issue not to fight? How did she do in her 4 fights? Do you think there should be any good competition? I'm gonna look that up just for my own, personal education to see who this person is and whether or not she's skilled enough to fight you for real.
That shit straight. So let's get that. To all y'all casuals, y'all can go run and tell y'all friends that I'm not suspended from no boxing. And why would they even put that on my name? Talking about some unprovoked and all this. No. No. That's all I got to say about that. Trying to think, is there anything else I want to say? Because I really don't want to keep having to keep addressing this. It's really beneath me. 2 men who are wearing...
Clarissa, for real, what's beneath you? You getting online, talking foolery is exactly who you are. Exactly who you are. I don't understand where you get this thought that you normally don't do things like this and you actually have morals.
Who are wearing high heels like they're the face of women's boxing and not. It's crazy.
So, did you get on live to say that 2 men wear high heels when they probably don't? What would you call that?
It's crazy. But yeah, I'm about to look in. I just got to make sure I ain't missed nothing because I don't even want to have to get back on her. Oh. To Jake, I saw a tweet you made when I had lost that MMA fight to Abigail Montez. And let me tell you what you wrote, buddy. I love karma. You added me. Ooh, brave. I love karma at Claressa Shields. Congrats, Abigail Montez. Someone get her a Twitter. The truth hurts, but it's necessary. Claressa Shields is a loser in MMA and even more so with her prima donna attitude. The fake always exposed. The fake always get exposed. Losses come when anger and hate take over. Just ask Rousey and McGregor. She spent more time berating Jake Paul than learning jiu-jitsu. She's never been a big draw, and unfortunately for her, she never will be. Karma. Saudi. You Saudi, nigga. Anyways, Amanda Serrano, the GOAT. Oh, he said Amanda Serrano, put in parentheses, the GWOAT, though, has 30 KOs and 42 fights. 2-0 MMA, both wins by submission. Congrats, Abigail Montez, on the win. So let me tell you something. I'm read that because that was actually good. That was I'm laughing.
How long ago was that fight? You went fishing for this tweet that Jake Paul put out when you lost that MMA fight. What year is this? And why is there any relevance to it today? So you did lose that fight, right? You were a loser, right? I promise you're the type of person that likes to dish it but doesn't like to receive it. I don't know if you guys had beef prior to this whole MVP thing. Clearly y'all did, right? That he felt the need to say something about you. But why are we bringing this up today? Why would he be salty? Girl, this man has millions. This man has millions. Where you are, your 8 million that you keep bragging about, that's not scratching what's in that man's account. What is he salty about? You, my dear, I feel like you're missing the whole point of anybody addressing anything that you're doing. You're clueless to how you're coming across. So you know what? And I told myself that you're not the person I want to spend all my time talking about. There's other things that are happening. But what bothers me the most, or what always moves me to want to say something about you, is because it's so disheartening to see a person who has the means to truly be great, right? To ignore the foolery and really uplift her brand. And it is choosing not to do that. And truly it's rooted behind a relationship. If you would have just kept your commitment to saying, hey, I am going to keep this relationship quiet until, he proposes, or we're about to get married, or whoever, right? Until you know that it's real. And plus, I'm pretty sure you wanted to keep it quiet because you befriended his wife and then decided to date this dude, right? I'm pretty sure there was something else behind. You just wanted to preserve your privacy. But even with that being said, you didn't take heed to that. So now that you know that everybody has an opinion about your relationship, you feel to be the person to defend it. Guess who is not defending your relationship at all? Papoose does not ever go online to sit here and say anything in regards to your relationship. People can say all the things that they want to say about you guys, and guess who's not going to come out and say, hey, cut it out. Guess who's not going to get into a fight behind y'all relationship? Papoose. Right? You made this song that this dude would, he would fight someone for you. No, he won't. And it's obvious. You could see that clearly. After that fight, after that slap you just did, I don't recall him going online defending you and, Alycia was wrong. You didn't say anything. He put this whole integrity post, and we see that you neither one of you, or maybe him a little bit, but you for sure don't exhibit integrity. And you're steady up here fighting so hard for a person who's not going that hard for you. And that pisses me off. You can have brand deals. You can have all of this, right? If you have this money that you claim that you have, you know how much greatness you could do, how much you can invest in yourself, how you can uplift other young boxers who want to be similar to you. But you're wasting your time on someone who truly doesn't care about what you got going on. He's letting you walk out there saying dumb stuff, doing dumb things. And he'll put a post. I was out here with the GOAT. I was out here with Claressa Shields. I was out here with my queen. Who cares? And I feel like he puts that up there to appease you. We know y'all are together. So what? Nobody's in the house with you. No one is in y'all relationship for real. We're just only the outside looking in and saying, hey, if you are a believer in God, then you should think about what you're putting out there. Because you don't think, just because you have money now, doesn't mean that God will continue to bless you. right? There's something in the Bible that discusses adultery and how adultery looks like. It's just not, he is legally married, right? And for real, you are considered an adulteress. And how that, and because you know this, because if you open up your Bible, if you pick it up, right, whether you put it on your app, you have it on your phone, or you have an actual physical book, that's what it is. And you can potentially ruin your career behind a temporary relationship. Oh, it irks me. It irks me because there's plenty of people who would love to be in your shoes, to strive for something better and not waste this opportunity. Good grief.
Spent more time berating Jake Paul than learning jiu-jitsu. She's never been a big draw, and unfortunately for her, she never will be. Unfortunately for her, she never will be. That was a good one. Unfortunately for her, she'll never will be. Oh my God. Man, bow down. Bow down, Jake. You done made me slip up and say the N-word to you, boy, because that was so ignorant. Boy. Anyways, and then he put something about karma. I want to tell you, that's why Jake got his jaw wired up by Anthony Joshua, bro, because that's karma. No, this man did not try to shoot me down in the early stages of my career when I was 11-0 and tell me that I'm not a big draw and I never will be. Who are you to say that to somebody? Who are you? And now look at you, Saudi.
But you see what I'm saying? Listen to yourself. You just asked, how could Jake Paul sit here and say that you will never be a draw, right? You will never draw that attention. No one's going to come out and see you, blase, blase. But you legit just said the female fighters on his roster are not, they will never reach your heights. There's no one who can beat you, right? You're already downplaying their potential success because you think that you are the greatest. No one can defeat you. You just did that. So the same way he felt the need to say what he needed to say, you just did that. So why are we talking about this? You see, what's good for one is not good for the other.
Now look at you, Saudi. Having a double back. Tried to sign me to MVP. Huh? Boy, you don't get your ass on up out of here. I wish that Anthony Joshua would have wired up both sides of his mouth, because he just need to just be quiet. He just say anything. He say anything. This is hilarious. But I want to speak on that because before that fight that I had with Abigail Montez, I had just had a sparring match against Arlene Blanco, and she headbutted me. I had 8 big old stitches down my forehead. It's actually the cut right there. I always cover it up, but it's not that big no more. I put like the little vitamin E cream on it. But boom. So that happened about 3 weeks before the fight. And then a week before the fight, week and a half before the fight, I took the 8 stitches out. But I ended up having like a mild concussion. But I still went through with the fight. I still fought. But nobody's like, oh, he made fun of me because I had a small brain.
So why are you explaining it now, right? The same way you said that you fought, was it Lonnie? I can't remember her last name. She said it about 1 million times. So the same way you fought that girl, and with 2 torn shoulders, right? With your suture removal and your concussion. But if you still had a concussion, why would you be fighting? You shouldn't have fought, right? Don't you have to be medically cleared in order to fight? Just wondering. I think that's how that goes. A doctor has to medically clear you in order for you to fight. So if you did have a concussion, someone has to sit here and say it's okay for you to fight. This is a nurse talking to you. You just can't have a concussion and then a doctor's gonna be like, yeah, go ahead and fight. But, I guess she's talking to the public and thinking that nobody has any sense whatsoever. And I don't even think you have to be a nurse to know that. Concussion. Is it safe for someone to fight after a concussion? No, pendeja. No. You can't. Someone has to clear you. So clearly you were medically cleared to fight Abigail Montez, and guess what happened? You lost.
Small brain concussion, a slight concussion. Nobody's crying about that. But they want to get on this internet and lie and say that I was celebrating somebody who I actually just got back cool with before her fight. I just got back cool with her, and I was cordial with Shadesha. And I wasn't rooting for her to win, but of course I wanted her to win because it set a fight between me and her, duh. But for him to say that I celebrated her having a brain bleed is just bad. It's bad. It's vindictive. It assassinates my character, and it's not right. And they should use their platform to promote other things, other than trying to tear me down. They should do other things. Real shit. The only boxer to fight MMA? Kinda. I think, what's my boo name? Can't think of her name right now. Let me tell you. And then even with him writing that, with Jake Paul writing that, he's always trying to compare me and Amanda Serrano. They've even told me, Nikisa told me when they were trying to sign me that, hey, we're the reason that you and Amanda have a wedge in between y'all. We the ones who created that, and it really didn't have nothing to do with her. It had everything to do with us. And I was like, but why would you want to come in between a friendship for? You know what I'm saying? But that's how they are. People will do anything to be on top or make it look like they're on top. They will do anything. And that's just what has happened.
Isn't that what you're trying to do? You're trying to convince everybody that you are up here and every other female boxer is down here. Same thing. Same thing.
That's just what happened. And like I said, all that I have to go through with the casuals and everything. Yeah. But just everything that I go through to have a entire company, MVP, trying to paint out bad narratives, trying to destroy my brand that I work very, very hard on, is like, y'all need to stop. And I should have been spoke up and said something a long time ago. That's why now, I'm not letting it slide no more. So anytime when y'all come lying on me and y'all come talking about me, I'm going to use my platform and I'm going to expose y'all very bad. And I don't even want to.
And I think that's what everybody else has done when it comes down to you. That when you are lying and doing the most, that we're going to hold you accountable because you're incapable of holding yourself accountable, that we're going to help you along with that, right? And it's not trying to, at least I can speak for myself. It's not about trying to assassinate your character. Is bringing awareness to how you're being in hopes that maybe that one day you'll change that.
And I don't even want to have to do this. I just want y'all to leave me alone. Leave me alone. What's up, cousin? Yeah, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. That's all I want. And you guys owe me a big apology for lying and saying, oh, it was completely unprovoked for y'all having all those flyers put out there talking about that I'm banned from boxing. No, I'm not. And y'all know exactly what y'all was doing.
Okay, so when it comes down to, I don't know if they particularly did it, had a whole bunch of signs saying that you were banned. Now, I think I saw a few, but not from them. I think that it was floating around. I think other content creators were putting things up and put banned. I mean, because it's clickbaity, right? You put ban on a thumbnail and people are going to click it, right? You are banned from MVP promotions events. So it's okay for them to put that. But no one said that you were banned from boxing. And I'm gonna have to look that up too, because mind you, as far as TV goes, I look at stuff on YouTube. I see what other content creators say, and again, I come up with my own opinion. But I don't recall any of the major people who talk about you say anything in reference to you being banned from boxing. I didn't see anywhere on Instagram or that you were banned from boxing. Everybody said the same thing. I think Hollywood Unlocked, I look at the most. Nope, I didn't see that. Nor did I see it in the Shade Room that you were banned from boxing. You were banned from MVP promotions. You stop with the narrative. But I feel like you want to get that empathy. No one's giving it to you. No one's sympathizing. No, nothing. You wasted 40 minutes not being held accountable for your actions. Not one time you said, I was wrong. You said you felt threatened. You're a whole damn boxer out here. You could have easily walked away from this stuff. But no, you chose to put your hands on somebody when they didn't even have their hands up to hit you. Good Lord.
I was doing, y'all be playing on the casuals top. The casual boxing fans top. That's what y'all be doing. And people see what y'all be doing too. Like, y'all don't think we seen what y'all was doing fight week? We seen the last fight week. The song y'all kept playing. We saw it.
So, yes, we saw the song that they kept playing. You clearly saw it. So why didn't you talk about it? If some... Why didn't you open up your mouth to say anything about it? I was ready for it. I was ready to see what you and Pap had to say, and neither one of y'all gave it airtime. So, because that song went as far as it did, it clearly hyped everybody up, especially coming from Remy Ma, right? She's such a lyrical gem, right? She's a legend. We love her. We love her. She is the wife of who you're dealing with. Everybody was amped up. The song was good. Even if it wasn't, if Shadeja Green or Alycia Baumgardner didn't rock to that song because of you, they rocked to that song because it was actually dope. You took offense to it, but what's the problem with them rocking to it? Y'all, you're not cool with them anyway. Why do you care? Why do you care? You don't rock with MVP Promotions. You don't rock with the two boxers I just mentioned. Why do you care to what music they were rocking to as they were working out? What loyalty do they need to have to you? Because clearly you don't have loyalty to anybody. You befriend people, then betray them. Why do you care?
Didn't respond to it, but guess what? We seen it. Everybody see that stuff. And Jake Paul just salty because they use all those marketing dollars to try to put this other fighter above me and make her have more followers and all this stuff. And it always backfired. God do not like ugly. Oh shit, that video's still playing.
Exactly. Exactly. I can't speak for how other content creators come off and try to reach you as some sort. Yes, God does not like ugly Clarissa. God does not like ugly Clarissa. So which means that you yourself cannot conduct yourself in an ugly fashion and expect for God to bless you in your mess. What are we not grasping? Knowing, because I'm a person who does know the Bible, who does read the Bible. You and I can have a whole conversation, right? About it. I can tell you about I'll be careful to tell you about experiences because you're good to go on somebody's platform to talk about people's stuff. But I can even share some experiences with you and know that when I knew God and decided to still make stupid mistakes and how God dealt with me, right? I could be rolling and doing so great. But as soon as I step into the territory where I shouldn't have been, God said, okay, I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you. And I felt every bit of that. So every time I have a conversation with anybody about how God has blessed me, how God has pulled me out of things, trust me, I have felt some weight of my dumb decision making because God will hit us with lessons the most when he knows we know his word. So I'm going to only assume because you said you have a relationship with God. You walk in faith. You continue to do dumb things. You continue to carry yourself and what doesn't deem to be what he is teaching us to be like as people. You're going to feel that. The boasting that you do, girl, is part of the 7 deadly. You're not supposed to sit here and boast or brag. But yet you do this as if it's okay. You're dealing with a married man as if that's okay. Regardless of the relationship he's having with his wife. It is what it is. Still, God doesn't like ugly. You're exactly right.
God do not like ugly, bro. Y'all gotta stop. But yeah, I have said enough, and I just hope that y'all can run and tell that. Run and tell that. I'm gonna leave this up. I am not suspended from no damn boxing. I have a big fight announcement in just a couple days. It is record breaking for myself. And me and my team, Salida Promotions, Win Records, have worked very, 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 very hard to get to where we are. And we're not going to let a promotion with two men who want to be the face of women's boxing come and try to discredit and assassinate the real face of women's boxing. We're not going to let them do that. So, there you go. That's what you got. Bye, y'all. Have a good day.
Who owns Salida Promotions? Isn't it Dimitri Salida? And you are a female in boxing. Is he not also a male? Right? I don't know what your point was with that, but whatever. If it comes down to naming, if it was me, right? If I was on any form of commission, if I was any part of the boxing community and had a say so, who I would make the face of boxing would be the legends. It would be the ones before you, because I do believe in honoring those who came before us, right? In history, in whatever. They will always be the initial face in boxing. And then who came after? Have you succeeded? Have you achieved? Yes. When you think that you are the only person who has achieved anything, is wild business to me. And how you can't sit and just be quiet and continue to work at your craft and continue to get your wins and possibly get some more knockouts under your belt, because I do feel those who have achieved more knockouts are better than you, right? Not just based on, judges deciding on who is the winner. This is based on you having power behind that fist and actually putting people down, sitting them down, and they can no longer fight. I say those who have achieved more in that department should be the face of boxing. That's just my opinion. If you were in that live, right, if you are a fan, when you look at her doing all of this, right, not one time do you think that she should just pipe down and just leave her boxing to make all the noise versus her going out and defending not her boxing skills, because that has never been the discussion. It's how she conducts herself and how she carries herself with this relationship. Do y'all never say, well, damn, Clarissa, just be quiet for your own sake. You're ruining your brand by doing all this extra lip service behind a man, because that's exactly what this is. All of this occurred behind a person who is not available to her. Yes, he might be along her side for whatever it is that she's doing, but this man can't propose to her today and marry her tomorrow. And we're all going to continue to ask, okay, you fighting for your relationship? Cool, whatever. But how far can this relationship go, right? Other than you asking for a baby. So you can ask for a baby by a person who has yet to divorce his spouse, so that if he decides to go back to his spouse, he will leave you and that baby to be with his spouse. So, so that's it. That's the end of that live, and I'm glad that she took that live down. Not that it's going to make a difference on people's public opinions about her actions, but hopefully she starts moving in the right direction, that she doesn't need to continuously defend herself or that relationship that she's in. It's not worth her diminishing her own legacy. And if she is truly trying to walk in the path of God's teachings, that she really starts applying it truly to her lifestyle. Because yes, you can have a relationship with God, but you also have to act like you have a relationship with God. Like when you read your Bible, you're actually obtaining something from said Bible and walking in that light. She's doing the complete opposite. But again, I'm not here to sit here and depict how you how you conversate with God, how you pray, but it's definitely based by action. You're doing the complete opposite of the teachings. But whatever. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know how you felt about this video. Give me your thoughts and opinions about this whole live. And let me know, what do you think that Clarissa can do to help herself but not feeding into negativity? And if you want to be a part of a community where we respect people over here but like to talk about everything, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you want to connect with your girl on social media, you can find me on everything Spit Talking with Talia, and I will catch you all in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.
That's what I'm talking about.